So this stage is quite exciting. We're going to engage beta readers and we're going to find ourselves a proofreader. So this is the final steps to getting your book ready for self-publishing. So you've been through several stages. You've edited yourself. You may have asked, family and friends. You've got your first proof book. You've done a personal read and edit. We're now ready to order the next proof book. We're going to give it to the beta readers, ask them to edit. Then it'll go to the proofreader. They'll do the final edit and then we do the final print. So what's a beta reader? So they're somebody that gives you feedback on what you believe is your finished manuscript so that you can adjust it before you self-publish. Now this can be friends, colleagues, but they are absolutely people that you trust. And we do this stage before we give the book to the proofreader. So they're another set of eyes. Now you want to choose them fairly carefully. They want to be as close as possible to your ideal reader profile. Go back to your ideal reader profile and just check that over again. So that's going to help you with your selection process. It would be great if they had publishing experience, but it really doesn't matter. What is more important is they are your ideal reader and they're willing to give up their time to help you. They're also willing to give you really good feedback and do it in a constructive way. Now, what you have to remember with your beta readers is they are not here to criticize you. They are here to give you feedback, and they may ask you questions that make you feel sensitive, and that's okay because you will get a much better book. So you've got to trust their honesty and opinions. You don't have to do what they say, but certainly listen to it. Now, if it's a fellow writer, you could do a book swap with somebody, and it might be somebody that has specialist knowledge in your field. Although somebody with absolutely no knowledge might come back and go, well, what does this word mean? And why have you used that acronym? And I don't get what you're talking about. It really does pay to have different kinds of people, but they must be based on your beta reader. This kind of takes me back to my software testing days, and I used to test software in what I would call stupid user mode. I'd press all different buttons and do all kinds of crazy things to try and blow the software up. That's pretty much what you want your beta readers to do. But please, open heart, big smile on your face. So give them a proof book and get them to check the flow and the content, readability, and to track the changes. So you've got your change log, which you could give them, and they're going to scribble in your book. So give them a format, a way that you want for them to work with you most effectively. So they need your manuscript, either in Word or as a proof book. I find a proof book much easier, and I really don't want people changing my Word document. Now, if you are going to give them a Word document, pop it in a Dropbox and give them access to that. There's the change log, stamped addressed envelope so they can send the book back to you, and a return date. Now, what would also be really helpful is to set up a private Facebook group where you can be conversing with your beta readers and chatting to them around your book during this process. You may also want to give them some kind of reward for doing this. So mostly we don't pay beta readers, but what we want to do is give them something for giving up their time. When we've done the beta reader stage, we're moving on to the proofreader. So this is from the business directory. This is a definition, and a proofreader is someone who goes through your document with a critical eye and they change spelling, punctuation and grammar. And they might look at other things like your headlines, your paragraphs, illustrations, diagrams, that sort of thing. Now, I know that if ever I'm proofing anybody's book, I do tend to, because the way my mind works, is do a bit of a developmental edit. So they're your final stage, your best friend, and an absolute must. But you need to set the rules. So where do you find a proofreader? You can ask other authors, you can ask on Facebook or LinkedIn, you can do it via recommendations, or you can go online to somewhere like Fiverr or one of the many, many other freelancing sites. And I would certainly, if you're going to use somebody that you don't know, is to do a test with them and get a feel, make sure you can open up the conversation with them, because this is a partnership. So test their work closely with them and give them rules, things like your style sheet, give them a proof book and a Word document, and remember to keep a master copy for yourself. So your action is engage your proofreader, find your beta readers, do the beta reading work first, edit your book, then pass your brand new proof to your proofreader and work closely with them until you get to the final stages and you're ready to press publish. Now, just some final words on the proofreader. My proofreader, I have given absolute permission to say anything she likes to me, because I believe no matter how much she might say, why have you done this and why have you done that? I'm the writer. She's my final set of eyes. So I don't have to take on board what she says, but generally I do. And she really, really does question me hard. So it's about creating an open and trusting relationship with somebody who you know has your best interests.